We ready?
So on Friday we finally got our very first teaser for the upcoming Spider-Man Brand New Day movie, our first real glimpse at the new suit Peter's going to be rocking. And while it was short, it was a serious tease. But here's the thing, right after the teaser dropped, a few trusted insiders hinted that Sony had even more up their sleeve for yesterday, and yep, they were absolutely right. So today, we're not just teasing, we got the full reveal, so let's dive in. We now have the official full look at Tom Holland's brand new Spider-Man suit, and at first glance, it definitely looks like a live-action version of the suit we saw at the very end of Spider-Man No Way Home. A lot of fans were nervous that we wouldn't actually be getting that suit in the next movie, but good news, it really looks like a practical take on that final swing suit. Now, sure, the version we saw at the end of No Way Home was all CGI, but now we finally got the real deal. And the pattern, honestly, it looks nearly identical. The big win here is the raised webbing. I mean, how could you not love that? It looked like it took inspiration from Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man suits. But here's where it gets even better. Look closer, because there's more than just a new pattern on display. If you pay attention to his wrists as he walks up toward the camera, you'll catch a quick glimpse of what looks like new web shooters. And yes, this design is 100% fresh. Keep in mind, based on everything we know so far, this new suit is something Peter built completely on his own. No stock tech, no backup, no Avengers helping him out. This is Spider-Man going back to basics, doing it all by himself. And honestly, that's exactly what a lot of fans have been wanting for a while now. And just when you thought that was exciting, Friday also gave us some major confirmations about the plot, and it's about to sound way bigger than we expected. So along with the suit, Sony dropped some extra info. If you remember, they did something similar during the lead up to No Way Home, dropping small videos to gradually reveal key details. With Brand New Day they started differently, showing the teaser at CinemaCon, but now they seem to be following Marvel's approach. You might remember that Avengers Doomsday got a short now in production video. Well, it looks like Sony saw that fan reaction and thought, let's try that too. So Friday we got that teaser, and yesterday it's basically Sony saying, yep, filming has officially started. And where are they filming? Glasgow, Scotland. And guess what? It's not just for scenic shots. Reports say they're getting ready to shoot a major Punisher scene there. Oh yeah, we're going there. And speaking of new characters, insiders are saying this movie is going to be packed. We already thought there'd be quite a few surprises, but now it's sounding way crazier. According to Daniel RPK, there are even more characters showing up in Brand New Day than anyone expected. And if you missed the big news on Friday, this one's confirmed by The Hollywood Reporter. Mark Ruffalo is officially coming back as Bruce Banner and the Hulk. And alongside that reveal, we got a plot synopsis that gives us some seriously exciting hints. Now, the synopsis is still vague, they're keeping most plot details under wraps, but here's what it teases. In true Marvel fashion, Spider-Man, Punisher and Hulk are all going to be at odds with each other at first. They'll fight, probably multiple times, before figuring out who the real threat is. So yeah, all those rumors we've been hearing, they're real. Hulk's in it, Punisher's in it, and it looks like those other villains, Mr. Negative, Tombstone, they're happening too. Initially the theory was that Punisher and Spider-Man would team up against Hulk, trying to bring him down. Maybe Spidey recognizes Hulk as Bruce, someone he once sort of knew, even if it was just a brief moment at Tony Stark's funeral. There's even been speculation that Hulk might turn out to be Peter's college professor in this film, which could be a cool way to reconnect them. But the real emotional connection, that goes straight back to Tony Stark, and it leads right into what's next. Both Bruce and Peter share a strong bond with Tony, and in Brand New Day it makes perfect sense for them to find common ground there. Why? Because we know Dr. Doom is coming and he's going to look exactly like Tony Stark. So imagine Peter and Bruce bonding over Tony's legacy, just before facing off against a villain with Tony Stark's face in Avengers Doomsday. That's heavy. But back to Brand New Day. Mark Ruffalo is coming back, as I mentioned earlier, and yes, he's going full Hulk again. Every insider who said we see both Punisher and Hulk in this film, they were right, which gives us even more reason to believe the next part, that we're finally getting Savage Hulk back, is also true. And the fight scenes? Oh, you're not ready for this. Based on the plot synopsis, it sounds like we're getting Hulk vs Spider-Man, Punisher vs Hulk, Spider-Man vs Punisher, then all of them fighting each other at once. It's going to be absolute chaos. But like most Marvel stories, they'll eventually realize none of them are the villain and end up teaming up to face the real threat. Right now, all signs point to Mr. Negative being the main antagonist. but we're hearing there could be a lot more villains packed into this one. And let's not forget Sadie Sink is still confirmed for the cast. We haven't heard much about her role lately, but depending on who she's playing, this whole movie could flip. There's been talk that Sadie Sink might be playing Mayday Parker, Spider-Man's daughter from Tobey Maguire's universe. If that's true, then this movie is 100% multiversal. Up to now, it's sounding pretty grounded, which fans seem to love. But remember, this leads directly into Avengers Doomsday, so we're definitely getting some multiverse connections. That said, her role isn't confirmed yet. She could be the MCU's version of MJ, Mary Jane Watson. She might be also playing Black Cat or maybe a version of Gwen Stacy. We'll probably find out soon, especially since filming has started and set photos tend to spill secrets quickly. Speaking of set photos, some brand new ones just dropped and they say a lot. We now know that Hulk is wanted in this movie. That's right, he's got actual wanted posters around, and that's probably because Banner loses control, Hulk's out and causes major destruction. Naturally, law enforcement starts hunting him down, and there's more. Some set photos also show an armored vehicle with the Inner Demons logo, which comic book fans will instantly recognize as Mr. Negative's crew. In the comics, the Inner Demons rise up after Kingpin falls, which makes us wonder what's happening in Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Could the fall of Kingpin be setting up Mr. Negative's rise in Brand New Day? It's possible, even though Kevin Feige has said the Disney Plus shows don't have to be watched to understand the movies. They still could be loose connections. Feige did confirm that Thunderbolts won't affect Daredevil Born Again, but it's still likely that Born Again ends up with Kingpin out of power, which opens the door for Mr. Negative to step in. Either way, I'm super hyped to see Punisher in that armored vehicle tearing through New York, going up against both Spider-Man and Hulk. And again, the Hollywood Reporter made it clear there's going to be a massive three-way showdown between Spider-Man, Punisher and Hulk. Even better, Marvel Studios is reportedly planning to shoot this scene practically, minimal CGI. Yes, there'll still be web slinging and effects, but they're focusing on real stunts and real sets, and that could turn out amazing, and no pun intended. Especially since it's being directed by someone who already nailed it once. Destin Daniel Cretton, who's directing Brand New Day, also directed Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and that film was phenomenal, so I've got a lot of faith in this one. Between the new suit reveal, the confirmed cast, Hulk's return, Punisher's presence, Sadie Sink's mysterious role, and the promise of massive practical fight scenes, Spider-Man Brand New Day is shaping up to be huge. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of the new suit? Who do you think Sadie Sink is playing? And how hyped are you for this wild Hulk, Spidey and Punisher showdown? If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss any of the latest updates on Spider-Man and the entire Marvel universe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.